Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing immigration discretion. We're discussing the notion that it is kind of receding. And what are we talking about here? Well, Thai immigration has been granted a great deal of discretion the past couple of years under the current circumstances, especially in light of the fact that there were really extenuating circumstances where people could not easily travel in and out of Thailand. And Thai immigration was given a great deal of discretion to facilitate people remaining in lawful, specifically foreigners, remaining in lawful status here in Thailand. A perfect example of this is the so-called COVID visa, where people could get an extension based on just, the fact that they couldn't get out of the country or travel was heavily restricted. I think that's going away. I think that's fallen by the wayside. As we ease, as things start to open up, I think it's increasingly likely we're going to see Thai immigration in a place where they're not going to be doing those kind of discretionary findings, and they're going to be moving over to, or moving back to kind of the paradigm they had pre-COVID, which was, look, if you want another type of non-immigrant visa, or if you want some kind of extended status, you need to leave and come back in. These non-immigrant categories and these tourist visa categories, they're not meant to stay in Thailand for long periods of time under normal circumstances. They're meant for short stays, either as tourists or non-immigrants. And by short stay, it could be as long as a year at a time, but it was yearly intervals. It wasn't, in perpetuity, for lack of a better term. So something to bear in mind. I'm not saying this is happening right now, but this is just more an overarching trend that I'm kind of feeling in the wind right now, that we're going to see less and less discretion being exercised in country, and probably the presumption that you need to leave the country is going to arise. That doesn't mean to necessarily presume that, because under certain circumstances, maybe it's possible to get a favorable exercise of discretion from a Thai immigration officer to allow for a conversion in country, an extension in country, something of this nature. But bear in mind that there are a number of, rules that were in place before all this came down, and they've been sort of put on hold, but it's prudent to presume that they're probably coming back, and they're probably coming back as the rest of this year progresses.